Okay, so what are we doing? What are we looking at here? So I continued just filling in the grid on just a one-to-one basis, just trying to match the tile on the left on the map to the Google SketchUp area on the right. It was really hard, quite frankly, to just keep looking back and forth and back and forth and being like, how many of these tiles? 'Cause I didn't have a grid of those things. And then at some point, I can't narrow or rate this whole thing. At some point, I ended up just figuring out I could take the image of my map and put it under the Google SketchUp grid, so that I could just then I'm just sort of like coloring in the lines. Essentially, I don't know how long it takes before I figure that out. So maybe I'm not actually going to narrate all of this. I can't imagine anyone would watch this whole thing. It's like 7 minutes. Nonetheless, it really sped things up once I was able to fill that in. And the next thing I'll do is try and start figuring out the heights of different parts of the landscape. The water, the ocean's all going to be at a base level, but like the ocean's at a level, but everything else doesn't need to be the same level. So if every tile is 16 by 16 millimeters, maybe all of the grassland is just 1 millimeter up. So it's a little, higher, and then all the forest is one higher than that, and then all the hills is one higher than that, and all the mountains is one higher than that. That'll give us some little bloop, 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 to a degree. And then, but maybe there's areas in the middle, just everything is higher. I don't know. I've never done this before, but that's my general thinking on how to do it. I mean, not all the water on the inside. Like right here, there's like this little lake. That could be a mountain lake, a giant lake. Because if the surrounding forest and hills is already high up, there's no reason why that can't also be higher. And if there's like a central lake in the middle of the map, that can flow down. Like maybe we can sort of create like a staggered effect in one of the rivers, as if it was some kind of waterfall. That's totally plausible. I think that's all I really have to say. I don't know when I do the overlay. You just skip fast forward through if you're interested about what that process is like for me putting the image underneath the Google SketchUp image. I don't know when that happens. Okay, so this is where I put the map image, just directly under the Google SketchUp, and it works just so much easier. And at some point, I figured out how you can just you hit Control and B for bucket, and then you can just do just an entire chunk of section, like all of anything that's not already connected, by another color. Just you just splat it all out. So that was much happier. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, and then I'm just going back and forth to double check, check, and I got through it all eventually. Yeah, just fast forward to the end.